Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ash, and this is my technically second devlog video for my own year-long jam submission made in SGB called the Lockup. This is a game about locking doors that are left unlocked after a long day at work, and the only things that I've gotten accomplished do not even fulfill the basic requirements of the first month of the jam, which was January, but rather, well, I guess anything goes is filled, but the second requirement, character, we don't really have a character per se. We're still working on that. February introduces two new themes, which is character development and the mechanics. So in order to actually get our mechanics in order, we're gonna add a couple of simple examples, at least one, to the actual gameplay. And we're going to do that right now. So welcome. If you like this sort of thing, I'll be doing devlog videos once or twice a month. This is going to be a very, very slow project. I have very minimal willpower in doing this specific project, but I do want to make an example that you can have very minimal willpower and still complete basic requirements of a jam submission. Once you've got it open and once you've actually gotten the project in front of your eyes and you get your hands moving, it may not be that difficult to continue on from that point. So I want that to be raised up. I don't actually want the player to start in the corner of this massive map, which this ended up being 150 by 150. So we're going to be traveling around the perimeter of the map. And so we're going to be traveling about 600 steps altogether to perform the entirety of the functions during, like a speed run. But we're not going to, hey, I accidentally selected the entire map there. We don't want that either. We are going to rectangle select, and we want to get the border here captured. And we want to, plus 4 times. We're going to make sure we utilize our hotkeys. So we do this, then we bump, and then we do this, bump. We'll go ahead and do all our walls here along the side too, because once we get going, this is not going to be a difficult thing at all to really get nailed down, which is have all of our doors in a row. And for those wondering, that's not all this game is about. I actually have quite a bit of what goes into this, not documented. It's all in my smooth brain, riding the smooth highways. Okay, so this is our basic warehouse, and I think I deemed this height of wall to be appropriate, but we're gonna have a lot of pop-in the more stuff we have out and about, so I'm gonna be putting stuff around the player, very close to the player. It's about 45 squares out, and I'm not quite sure, to be completely honest with you, if this depends on the user's PC build, but for me it's about 45, so I definitely don't want to have anything beyond that. 45 squares away is when bits of elevated terrain and objects start to pop in to view. So in order to increase immersion, we want to make sure that we have stuff closer than that, blocking the field of vision beyond. So to do that, we don't actually want any of these medieval assets. So I might have to go through and just remove them entirely. We don't need the outdoor. We don't need the indoor stuff, the horror stuff. We don't need that stuff. So we might spend a minute or two going through and deleting resources for ease of building. But I think right about here. I didn't mean to put those down. I meant to select the terrain. So we're gonna delete these bad boys. Select the terrain because we are going to create an office space. So I would like for there to be an office. I don't know how big the office should be. I don't know how much space I want it to take up on the board, but I do want it to feel natural. So we're gonna go make a series of rooms. Each one is going to be, this is not really the appropriate time to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Each one's gonna be a little bit smaller than the last. Bump, 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 bump. And the next one, bump, 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 bump. Make sense? What I'm doing? I think our office should actually be between these two sizes. So probably a 4 by 6. That's a 6 by 6. It's like a 5x6. I think that's what our office will be, but we're gonna make this the start point and we're gonna play test. Clicking using the middle mouse button, which should bypass the title screen altogether. And we wanna switch the view. We're gonna go into first person mode. And that actually doesn't feel like too big of an office. We might utilize this. This also might be what we utilize. Camera feels very shaky. This doesn't seem like a bad little office though. I could probably get some stuff done with an office this size. And it doesn't have to be particularly large, but I think if I do this size, I'll have more room for monitors and flavor. So we're gonna close that. We're gonna use this size. I don't think the walls need to be that big, but I need to grab my ceilings pack in order to accurately ascertain the feel of being in these rooms. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the game files, actually add assets, my bad. And we're gonna go to import. Oh yeah, I did manage to take away quite a few resources, but maybe I could go ahead and do more. Just to really, yeah, I think I could. We could remove that. The outdoor, remove the indoor, and remove the horror system stuff because we don't need it. We'll continue. Okay, well, could I keep the decoration tab stuff because there's some stuff here that I might be able to use, although I'm pretty sure I can't. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that too. Buildings, this is also medieval junk. We're gonna remove it. The objects, the G style, and the trap sys. I actually don't need the trap system stuff. We'll remove that. That's some more contemporary for sure. So we have object, we have G style. I'm worried that I may have broke something by doing that, but hopefully we did not. And we'll go now into, what was I doing? We're gonna go into adding resources. We actually want to add objects. We're gonna go back to objects. We're gonna click add. Ash's SGB stuff. Not quite. There we go. That's what I want. Add the ceiling pack. My ceiling pack is free, by the way. It's on my itch.io, which is usually linked in the description below. Not the ceiling pack, but my itch. You can find the SGB ceiling pack, and you're totally allowed to use it for your projects, paid or personal. And you can use it with SGB as well. Oh, why'd I say that? Backing, you can use it with backing as well. And we're going to call this ceilings. I shouldn't have one of those. But yeah, go ahead and combine them, I guess. Okay, we can close that. We can save our file. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. Okay, now we have our 3D file. This is our 3D file. It's literally just a plane made up of the tiles. And I don't distribute this with the graphics. It takes from the graphics of your root folder. So, so you don't have to worry about, breaking any terms of service or anything like that. It just depends on you to have this stuff already. So now we play test again. We want to see what this feels like with the ceilings in place. I'm probably going to not use necessarily this ceiling exactly, but we don't need it to be 4 high. That's very high up. But this is good. This is good. Feels good for sure. This one's not bad either, but man, the lines that it creates for reasons I don't know, really bizarre. Okay, so now that we have a good idea of that, we know that we can use this height, and that's what we're going to do. All of the office areas in this game are going to be 1 block lower, and they will have ceilings. I said delete. There you go. And now we're going to highlight all of these. I said 6 by 6, and they'd be 3 blocks high. So we're going to go ahead and melt that down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 more because we're doing outside walls. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then boom, boom, boom. And then we're grabbing this intersection and we're going boom, boom, boom. Now, having done that, we are going to probably have sections of this map that are sunken in. So to do that, I'm going to have to highlight everything and go up. This is gonna be dangerous. This could be very, very dangerous. There we go. I'm gonna go up 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go up 5 more, which places our map at the 10 level. So we can go 10 above and 10 below. We'll never have to go 10 above. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see the shadows being slightly differently treated now that we're closer to the sky. It's just an interesting thing. The lighting is quite different. No, I guess it rendered just fine. It looks strange from afar, but it's fine. It's actually fine. Okay, next up, we want to... Oh yeah, things did get brighter. We are really high up. But now we can do sections of this map that go down low, and that would be very useful for a sense of descending and staying in the same map, which is what I want to do. I don't want to necessarily have inclinations everywhere. In fact, I'll have very few of those. Maybe some like tower-esque type places, but for the most part, won't do a lot of that. So now, what do we want to do? We want to take and decorate this office a little bit. Again, this is not really the place to do that. Object. Well, I don't hate the stuff here. We have a filing cabinet. Could probably do something that's a little more specific. We have an office desk. Feels like a pretty good office desk. I like that. We're not going to use the G-style office desk. And we have another one with books and a lamp. It's not a bad little visual. Not bad. I would like to have like the dry erase board kind of tell you what's supposed to be done, but I guess I won't worry about it at this time. I think that'll be it for those. And what if I had these cans? Yeah, we definitely want the cans. We definitely want recycling. We definitely want to show that this business is environmentally sound. Now, some windows would really do me some good too. Just some blinds. And we'll do our blinds on the wall. Bink, come down here. Come down here. There you go. And this is an office, so we're going to put an office door here. All right, so I've got a couple of qualms with this setup. One, it's an SGB thing. You can't tunnel through, which is widely known. You can't like put terrain over the top of something in order to have a more proper archway. So what I might be looking at here in the near future is getting into something like Blender and doing what I did similarly to my ceiling pack, and that's make kind of like suspended blocks in the air. I think that would be a really good idea. Suspended blocks that I can use as places to go over doorways, because what ends up happening if you don't do that, what ends up happening is either you do this, place a door on both sides of a wall if you're trying to use the same map, and you put a warp event. So you go up here, screen fades, you hear the door open, click, and then, you warp here, you hear, and then the view fades back in and you're facing away from the door. The other way is you come close to a single door right in the middle, hit the button, door opens, the animation of the door opens, occurs, and you are able to be kind of a little bit more immersed. But the problem with that is that you won't have anything up above. So it'll look kind of like this. Like your doorway is just going to look like that. And that's not really cool. And it's especially a problem because I'm going to have doors lining all along the building here. They're going to be, I would like very much for them to be open. And when you approach them, you close them and you get a satisfying locky clicky sound. That's what I would like to happen. So these aren't too dissimilar from the doors that we have at work. They're not barred doors, and that's fine. I still might do different kinds of doors though. And the reason for that is because I would introduce slightly different mechanics. Certain doors you'd have to walk up to and press a button to lock. Then later on, you'd have to have a certain key to lock it because they're key to lock, key to unlock type doors. And you might need to go fetch that key. So this would add a little bit more to the game, add a little bit more substance. This is a store door. Yeah, I like that one. Let's see how it rests like right in the center. I don't even know if it has animations. So we'll put some thought into that. We'll put some thought into it. Yeah, it's going right in the center of the tile. That is intended for use on the buildings that are included with this DLC, but I don't know if they have animations. I could definitely go and look, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. For now, I'm going to, actually I am going to see because it's literally what I got to do. We'll put an event there, and the necessary item is going to be key A. And we need this to be a modern key, which we don't really have in our inventory here, but that's okay. We're just going to, system have a key? No, that's okay. We're going to do that. And then we're going to just call this a key that locks and unlocks employee doors, employee entry doors. We don't want a price. It is not usable on the map nor in battle. It's just something that we're checking for if you have it. No event to execute, none of that crap. Door graphic. What do we have for doors? Let's look. We do have slidey doors. That's not a bad idea. Slidey doors. We have ones for those. That works out really, really well. The doors that slide open, I like that. Hospital door opens out, swings outward. You can also have it already swung outward, and you approach it, you swing it inward. That door has an animation. I say we're good to go as far as doors. That one's got an animate. Perfect. Literally perfect. I just need... The windows don't, right? The windows do not have animations. No, which is fine. But yeah, I'm on board with this. Let's go for it. But again, I don't really want what's behind this door to show. So we're going to close it. We're going to convert this to an advanced event, by the way. Okay, you're going to start keep open, and you're going to go to close. That's what we need to change. All right, rotate. Get rid of this one, because this is the event, not just the object. And save our project before coming outside. We'll decorate that later, and we will play test. Middle mouse click. Get this going again. It does have a substantial load time because we got to get that music change as well. As you can see, our enclosure is gone because it's not going to pop in until we're within 45 tiles on the grid. Close. Maybe a little bit more. You were unable to open the door. That's not how that's supposed to work. Get out of there. Look at you. What's going on with you? We need to start with this item, and we actually have this as a check that is being made. So because this is a check that's being made, this event doesn't even really exist in this state. It has to exist in the unopenable state. Not quite what I want to do. Not quite what I'm looking for. I just want the door to open and close. So, and I want the check for the key to be over here on this side. So that's fine. These are all going to have these states, but I want it to be open, and then I would like for it to be closed. So we need to get rid of that event sheet condition because we don't need that. Local switch being off, we do need that. The switch will get turned on once we approach the door and close it. And we have this happening as soon as we make contact with the event. Again, get rid of that key for the open state. The unopenable state, I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to remove this entire sheet. Yep, door's either going to be open or closed. There's no third option. We're going to change the graphic to keep closed on this one. And that's if the local switch is on. So it will be turned on. We are going to rename this sheet to closed, so this makes more sense. We have 1, open, and 2, closed. All right, unless I'm missing something glaringly obvious, let's hit OK, and let's try this again. All right, B to go into first person. That's what I want the door to look like. That's what I want to happen. Door shuts. Door shuts. I like it. I like it a lot. I have my template, but I'm going to go ahead and update this template. I've only got a few minutes left of dev time for today, but I can tell you that just by copying and pasting this, I'll have 100% of the doors that I need for this. But I would really like for this to be a main hero talks type of event. I want you to go up to it and click or hit a button, hit the action button. I would like for there to be a bit of a wait. I would like the wait to be half a second. I would like for a different sound effect to play. I don't mind that one. But let's try the other door sound effects. That's an open. I like the creak. I like that one a lot. Don't like that one. Valid. Okay. Like that one. Don't need that one. Okay. Door 3. And then tempo. Slow tempo. I like that. Let's do, we have like a jingle that we can do for keys. Let's see. Let's find out. Copy this, paste it right here before. And let's see. It would sound like gold or buying something or something. Coin. I like that. That sounds like keys. So let's hit apply and OK. And we'll test play this. We're back in the game. I got to get rid of this default music. Oh, there we go. I know what to do. We need to apply the weight after the jingle of the keys, and we're going to lower the wait time down just a little bit. So we'll actually do this. We'll copy this. We'll paste it after. We'll make it 0.2 instead, and then we will go back here, delete this one. So our coin, it's, nope. That's not good for the tempo. I think that's fine. That. All good. Apply. Okay. We now have our We haven't increased the characterization at all, but we have given them a little bit more of a lifelike feeling because we've got a little bit of office decoration now. However, I don't have this necessarily set up to warp out of. I think we could go ahead and try to build that event really quick. Should be super, super fast. We have a door function linked to another place, and we can place that here, and we can make the door sound effect. What is, not that one. I like 3. I like 3 for office door. And our destination is going to be right here. Direction after movement, downward, and okay. And then convert it to an advanced event. And all of that might actually be fine. we don't have a door graphic. Oh, that's right. There's no door there. Let's try that again. Link to another place. This is what we want. We'll put it here. Okay, we have a choice for door graphic now. That's what I really wanted. We're going to go to the G style and look for the same door. Now I'm not remembering if it is a G style or if it's a corpse party door, but that's okay. Wish I could have 3 columns of product in my view. There we go. So that's the door graphic. We will not do anything at this time. Keep it like that. I said I like door 3, right? Yep. And actually like door 4, door 5, because we're opening it. Okay, whatever, fine. Hit OK. Delete this travesty. Delete that one. Move this over 1 tile because that's where our other side door is. Then the event settings, go back into those. Our destination needs to be here, and then our direction needs to be downward. It's not going to matter when we're in first person, but it means that we're facing the south of the map, so it'll matter then. Convert to an advanced event. We are going to, okay, and then it opens up. That's exactly what I want. That sounds fine with me. Let's copy it, paste it over here, get rid of this object, it doesn't have anything attached to it. Take this, rotate it twice, place it here, then go into the event settings and change the teleport player. They're going to face up and they're going to be inside the office now. And this is going to be when the main hero talks to the event. It's not going to be automatic. If you warp onto an event that's automatic, it won't take effect until you leave the tile and come back to it. But I still don't like the idea of that setup, so I'm not going to do it. We'll save file, we'll play test. I'm going to get rid of that music right now before I go insane. Map settings, countryside's not what I want. How about none? Nothing. Put an environmental sound. Oh, what about the Steam engine? Nah, I don't like that. We'll just do nothing. We'll do nothing. All right, we'll play test now. And I need to start this off where it starts off in a started off first person to start off. I like the blinds. They could be up 1, or it could be that kind of office vibe where the blinds are, and I could go ahead and make the interior of this office a little bit different, and I could do another layer of tile blocks around it to kind of encase it in cement if I wanted to. It works. It just works perfectly fine. Okay, again, and we face the correct direction, and we face the correct direction. It's clean. I really like it. We're gonna go around and shut these. Yeah, that's fulfilling. We have the mechanics down. We will have fulfilled 2 of the currently 4 now focuses that I need to fulfill in order to enter a project into the jam in February. But I will be able to do that now. But it's slow going. It's slow going. I still need to do a couple more things to get stuff behind. Not really slow going once I'm developing. Once I'm developing, it just trucks along. My focus is there. I'm in the game. Head's right where it needs to be. But like this is only the 2nd devlog for this whole thing. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for today because I'm out of time. But yeah, we set up some really cool stuff. So I'm happy at this point. I am going to do some more characterization. We're going to have an intro. And I'm kind of building a little bit ahead of time because we don't require intros at this point in the jam. We just require mechanics and characters and the overall theme of whatever it is you're going to make. But no, now that I've worked on this, my willpower to continue working on it has gone up. Now that I have templated doors and this mechanical function that's going to serve as the point of the game, it's going to be great. And now I can also highlight sections and make pits out of. Oh, I like that very much. That's a great amount to have that in there. Okay, so I'm pretty stoked. But I'm going to end this here, so I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.